Hi, David Erdos with poem 10 from the Bastards Charter. This sequence of poems are about identifying various figures and their differing levels of bastardy, but they're also about the times in which those figures live and in which we live, and also obviously about listeners and readers identifying their own adversaries. Today is a sizable seismic day for England, and this poem hopefully reflects on various perspectives on the death of the Queen. What Liz leaves: Elizabeth II and the end of England. September the 8th, 2022. Truss reads her Wikipedia entry on the Queen on the news, and does so badly. As Hugh Edwards extemporizes, while expelling suitably sombre tones to fill air that will now be as dead as the very idea of England, which Elizabeth represented with her sense of duty duly observed, like a dare. For how long can one hold on to the values vouchsafed by her father, which she clearly clung to, perhaps as a means to survive the infamies that her various associations engendered? And all this post-Diana, and despite Andrew, whose sticky hands on the honey have corrupted both throne and hive. Heathcote Williams's Royal Babylon equals Kenneth Anger's old book on film stars. But for most, this small woman managed to avoid the vast stain which smeared the flag, set at half-mast now, and forever, as with her death we die also, either without or in pain. Should we lick further stamps, they will simply be farewell kisses to a notional mother and grandma too for us all, who remember the past, and some of those old social standards in which everyone became Cinderella with a kick or shot at the ball. The oiks there knew their place and afforded her adoration. She rose above broken roof tiles to make fantasies for dulled crowds that fit into the mantelpiece frame and the TV screen at 3 p.m. every Christmas. Her job was to make us all feel familiar and not rained on or subject to the unhealthy strain of clogged clouds. In turn, we kept her close at hand, and closer still in the pocket, a jangling Liz to feel lucky as if the tossing of coins echoed wealth. And yet the space further split when we contemplated their lifestyle and considered the stories that spoke of darkened corridors set for stealth. And yet, through it all, and despite accusation, Elizabeth Windsor, like a masthead, graced storm and sea to retain a calm course, which even the crown would not ruffle. Claire Foy and Olivia Colman each exposing the firm hand that led each corgi, despite Philip's gaffes and his gallivanting, despite rule and rumour and her sister's existential sluttery, consorting with criminals as well as Peter Sellers, Mick Jagger, mystique and mystery masking a truly alien way to be. David Icke might say that, having written of lizards. But the things we will never know will remind us of just how far it is we all live from the real facts of life, and thus the real story. And while the remaining royals are not Shakespeare's, perhaps these small-scale stealings are ones that even Marlowe might forgive. For there is enough subplot still, as William and Harry both boil and bubble, as one wife rehearses a debutante's dream from days old, and the other Lady Macbeth's, planning her own starred ascension, and quickly rewriting her exile to charter and charm from the cold. Meanwhile, for now, their time-dulled dad understudies, going on at last after decades which must have put heart and soul under strain. I can see tussles and tears below stairs, and no doubt up and down them. The country cut up into slices, as if Lear's darker purpose had been limerick, not quatrain. And so the Queen leaves the stage, while another Liz breaks the backdrop, exposing the bare brick behind us and the cracks to come. The roof leaks, as it does everywhere. But who or what can now seal it? Where is our nation, and who do we truly have who can speak? We kill them when they do. Heathcote Williams wrote that Elizabeth I murdered Marlowe, and many believe that Diana... Well, this isn't the day to say that. For me, my prized Liz was the always beautiful Taylor. But we have lost with this monarch both curiosity and the cat. The wise one who knew, but who never revealed the full picture. For no portrait captures the woman she was, or her time. Now she is historical fact, and Vicky and Liz are statistics. And the eyes that sized up everyone from Churchill to Johnson turn from this unsteady earth to the lime. And yet I too was touched by the photo of that tiny widow, alone last year when her husband of 70 years slipped the net. Will she catch him once more in the far estate they have moved to? Or does the soul in dispensing become part of something else which forgets what we are, what we were, and what we cannot be ever? Leaders. We're trying, but now the Liz we have left is suspect. Camelot is long crushed. Even Balmoral is bungalowed somehow. Ruined reputations and the lack of substance soon spills. Elizabeth leaves us now with a test. Will a republic rise to reclaim things? Or will we Ribena, watering wine's richness still? Everything is now up for grabs. King Charles III beats Mike Bartlett. The coming days could bring omen or pitch portent, friends. The Smiths album plays. The crest needs a new designer, Regina. The Queen is dead. So is England. Or what we thought it was once. That past ends. David Erdos, September the 8th, 2022.